Drinking buddies, this might be one of the most awesome flights I've ever done in my entire life. I literally can't wait. I've been thinking about this all week. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, drinking buddies. So I'm really excited for this one. I love Found North. I've loved everything that they've released so far. This is a fresh crack. We haven't tried this one yet, so it's somewhere in here. But let me go over the releases real quick, since what they're doing is pretty unique. It's not necessarily something that you would normally see on a shelf in the whiskey aisle. First, we have batch 3. It's a 17-year-old rye whiskey out of Canada, admittingly Canada, but there is no additives in here, and it is aged in American oak. This one is 110.2 proof. And it is 64% corn. Sorry, it is 64% rye. Next up, we have Found North. This is going to be batch number 5, and I think this is the favorite. So it's going to be 73% 21-year-old corn whiskey and 27% 8-year-old wheat whiskey. And once again, no additives. That's one of the things that kind of turns people off about Canada. They have less regulations on their whiskey than we do. So, you know, that might be a turnoff for some people, but that's not a problem here because there's no additives on any of this stuff. And it is going to be 116.2 proof. I think this is our favorite. This one reminds me of some of those American wheated bourbons at a higher proof. You know, your cask strength Maker's Mark stuff, your Weller full proof, maybe even in the same ballpark as William LaRue Weller. Next up, we have Found North batch 6. This guy's bringing the heat. It's 128.2 proof. It is going to be 87% corn, 12% rye, and 1% malted barley with a Hungarian oak finish. Then they took that same batch and finished it in PX sherry casks. So this is the same batch, but its proof went up, I guess. 129.8 proof here. But yeah, this is batch 6, but it's called batch 6 Second Summit. So they took this 17-year-old whiskey, finished it in some PX sherry casks. It now has an 18-year age statement, 129.2 proof. And last up, I did review this recently, and it is very freaking good. The highest proof of them all. They go up in proof. That's kind of cool. It's like gradually getting hotter as the batches go up. But this one is going to be 83% corn, 16-year rye, 1% malted barley, Hungarian oak maturation, 131.8 proof. And on all of these batches, there is going to be whiskeys well over 20 years old blended in here. You know, there's some 23-year-old stuff in here, 20-year-old stuff, 21-year-old stuff, really old stuff blended in here. The guys blending this, they are doing a phenomenal job. If you haven't tried Found North yet, let me tell you which batch to buy, and let's dive right in. Oh, this one is really, this one smells rye forward. Yeah, a little bit of rye spice, but that Hungarian oak has a little bit of a spicy note, so it could be one of the Hungarian oak finish guys. Wow, I really like that nose. Unicorn level nose for sure. Nice oak note, but some young sweet fruit as well. So one of the things that I kind of like off of the really high aged Irish whiskeys that I've tasted is they have that nice oak presence, but they still have their young fruit presence. Whereas with bourbon, you get into that higher age range, you just don't get those nice fruity vanillas and caramels that you love off the younger bourbons, for me. So sometimes people would call that over oaked in bourbon. You're not going to get that here. None of these are going to be even close to over oaked. Well, we started this off right. That is just absolutely a wonderful mouthfeel. It's got some mint going on, bourbon vanilla. The oak is really nice coming through here. It's like a spicy oak, almost giving me like French oak vibes, but I don't think any of these have French oak on them. That's just kind of the flavor note it's giving me. That's going to be hard to beat. That's really good. Go into the second glass. A buttery mouthfeel. Awesome. That's a completely different nose. This might have been our rye. I'm not sure though. Yeah, this one's more dank. This one's more like wet basement, old books. This one is giving me the vibes of an older bourbon on the nose. I know none of these are bourbons. Don't kill me in the comments. I'm not saying they're bourbons. I'm just saying that some of these with the higher corn mash bills are bourbon adjacent. Nobody else is using corn. Nobody else is using corn in their whiskey except for Americans and Canadians. So there's overlap. If you don't want to admit that, that's fine, but there's some overlap. That is peachy. Less oak than the first one, but it's there. Nice. Oh, it comes in on the finish. Man, that is a lot of stone fruit, like apricots and peaches, and that I really like. That is lighter than the first one. Maybe that wasn't the rye, because I'm not going to guess. Here is your drinking buddy promising and probably lying and saying I'm not going to try to guess. I'm just going to tell you which is my favorite. No more guessing tonight. Probably not, but I'm going to try. Yeah, this flight, it's almost unfair that I'm enjoying all of this. I really wish I had somebody here with me. This is one that I wish I could have shared with like Brooks or Marco or somebody, because this is, wow, this is awesome. That is a unicorn level bottle. Now I'm getting a little bit of butterscotch on the finish. Bourbon vanilla on the finish as well. 2 for 2 phenomenal pours. This one smells completely different too. This has got like anise and some like herbal stuff on the nose. Smells more like glass 1 than glass 2 for sure. But then I get a little bit of that funky thing. It's like damp wood, like leather-bound books. Man, holy crap. I thought 2 was peachy. That is like peach on another level. Peach syrup, bourbon vanilla, black tea. A little more oak on this one. There's a little bit more age going on. I thought maybe when I initially tasted this one and I got that like apricot note, that might be the PX sherry casked one. But now that I'm getting that, you know, stone fruit, peach, apricot thing going on this one too, I don't think that I had the PX sherry one before. I mean, at least I don't think. Glass 4. We're getting funkier. This one almost giving me a rye vibe on the nose. Funky. Almost like a overripe pineapple on the nose. Oh, allspice. And oak. The mouthfeel on that was just so buttery. Awesome. Buttery mouthfeel, burning the tip of my tongue, completely coating my entire mouth in flavor, hitting every taste bud. Oak. This one's got a little bit of a medicinal cherry thing on it. Vanilla, of course, and the oak. I already said oak. I'm repeating myself at this point. I'm so enthralled. That one is bringing some heat. That's the first one that I'm really noticing. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm drinking barrel proof stuff because these are so syrupy, awesome, great finish. You know, like smooth, hitting below its proof. This one is the first one that I'm noticing some heat. Still really good though. This is probably batch 7. I said I wasn't gonna guess. Oh, bad drinking buddy. Excellent whiskey. Excellent whiskey. Yeah, this one's got that spicy thing on it too, on the nose, that is reminding me of kind of like fall spices, but not like cinnamon and nutmeg. It's like allspice and clove more. Oh, yeah. The mouthfeel on these is just next level. Okay. A lot of butterscotch on here. That allspice, clove thing for sure there. Anyway, drinking buddies, this one I almost finished on the first one, which is funny because my immediate thought was that it was my least favorite. But the fact that I have pounded through it so quickly tells me that that is not the case. I'm going to go through these again. We'll fast forward through this part or cut it out completely because you don't want the same tasting notes 16 times. But when we come back, I will tell you which one is my favorite. We'll rank them. We'll rank them, which might be a challenge because they are so good. It's going to be a challenge to rank them. Okay, I am very weirdly, it's totally a coincidence. In fact, I don't think I've ever done this before. I'm actually ranking them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's splitting hairs. Like literally every single one of these is a buy for me. There is not one up here that I wouldn't buy. In fact, I kept going back and forth between putting this one at second and putting it like fifth. I moved these around 10 times before I came onto this one. I'm pretty sure this is the rye. I know I said I wouldn't do any guessing, but when I kept going back to it, I'm getting those herbal notes. Just too much for this not to be the rye. And this one I have at the back, it's not that it's bad. It's a great whiskey. These are all a buy, like I said, but I'm pretty sure this is the 006, the regular not the Second Summit, because I really like that pour. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like everything else on this bar is better, and so therefore I think this is batch 6. Batch 7, I think. Personally, I think is better. And then the Second Summit, it's that, but with some more age and some more character on it through those sherry barrels. This has got to be a little bit better at least. Let's find out if I'm wrong about any of this or right about any of this. This one I'm saying is the batch 6. I know I wasn't going to guess, but I suck at not guessing, so that's the batch 6. This one I think is going to be the batch 7, I think. Let's see. No, okay, so this was the Second Summit. These were given to me. Free transparency. Found North has sent me all of this stuff. Full transparency. But I promise you I'm going to buy these again. You will see these bottles again on my shelf because they are so freaking good. In fact, I have got to find me a batch 5 before it's gone forever because that is just such a unique pour that is, it's on par with WLW and you can actually freaking find it. Anyway. This one has got to be the rye. This has got to be the batch 3. It's got to be. Yeah, that's the batch 3. So good. So great. And this is, I think, as close that I have came to a Thomas Handy. It's as close as I've came to like a Michter's Barrel Proof Rye. I would say it's better than the Willet for-year ryes. I would say it's better than any of the Wild Turkey ryes I've had, and I love Wild Turkey ryes. So that's just telling you how much I love this bottle. This one, I have no idea. It must be, so all we have left is batch 7 and batch 5. So I'm guessing this is batch 7 since it wasn't my favorite. Whoa! Whoa! My favorite was batch 7. We have a king. Drinking buddies, go out and buy this bottle right now because we are in a total, these are all unicorns and that one was my favorite. Oh my gosh. Batch 7 is an absolute buy. It's an absolute steal. I just did my favorite bottles of the year and I placed this second. I think that this firmly tells me this is my favorite bottle of the year so far. I'm sorry, Peralta Bourbon. I love you. But yes, the batch 7 is the best bottle of whiskey of 2023 so far. Good luck beating this thing right here. This is the best bottle of 2023 so far. I'm really happy and I'm really excited right now. Drinking buddies, you're amazing. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please, please, please hit the subscribe button because I am trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And analytics are telling me right now I might not hit it unless I start to get a boost. So please do me a favor, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Link to become a channel member down below in the description. Little disclaimer for my channel members. If you are a channel member and you don't have my direct phone number, that's a problem. I need to get that to you. I want to be texting with my channel members. You guys are giving me a couple bucks a month every month to help make this be supported. I want your input on what I should be working on. So if you're a channel member and you don't have my personal cell phone, leave me a message below and we'll make that work out somehow. Anyway, drinking buddies, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for making this happen. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.